Paige, a high school senior. I live in a tiny studio apartment with my parents. My mom's a housewife, but it's not because we're financially comfortable. My dad hops from job to job, and right now he's unemployed. I go to school while working a part-time job, barely managing to keep us afloat. Because of that, things like our electricity or gas getting shut off happen all the time. My parents want me to start working full-time as soon as possible. Deep down, I dream of going to college, but let's be real, it's not going to happen. As soon as I got home, I heard my parents in the middle of an intense argument.
What are we supposed to do now?
Do we have to skip town?
Great, I thought. I walked in at the worst possible time. But living in a tiny studio means there's no way to avoid them. They saw me immediately.
Oh, Paige, when's your next paycheck?
What the heck? Why are you suddenly asking me that?
Like her part-time job will solve anything.
I was seriously panicking, but I didn't dare ask what was going on. Instead, I blurted out that I had to head to work and dashed out of the apartment as fast as I could. Oh, you're asking if it's okay for me to just ignore all this? It's fine, really. Stuff like this happens all the time. They probably got themselves into some kind of money trouble again. My parents have taken out loans over and over in the past, but ever since they declared bankruptcy 3 years ago, they shouldn't be able to borrow any money, at least not from any legitimate financial institutions. That night, my parents told me that they had taken out a loan from a less than reputable source. With the added interest, the total came to $58,400. My entire paycheck was now going toward repaying the debt. But let's be real, there's no way my part-time job could make a dent in $58,400. I tried taking on more shifts, but between school and work, I was only getting about 3 hours of sleep a night. I was completely worn out. A month later, I came home from work to find my parents chatting happily with a man I didn't know. Well, let's just say he was quite large.
Oh, our precious Paige has come home.
Huh?
Our precious treasure?
What the heck is going on here?
Well, well. So this is the famous young lady I've heard so much about.
What rumors? And who even are you? The man, dressed in luxury brand clothes that looked totally out of place in our rundown apartment, was staring at me with a sly grin.
Paige, sweetheart, this gentleman is the son of Mr. Johnson, who owns multiple shopping complexes.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't see. And what's with the sweetheart? They're definitely up to something shady.
Master Sam, Paige is our most precious treasure, but we'd feel perfectly comfortable in trusting our beloved daughter to you.
What? Wait, isn't this going in a weird direction?
Please, do whatever you like with her.
What? It's going in a weird direction, full speed ahead.
Paige, you'll be so happy if you marry this gentleman.
Marry?
Marrying a wealthy family is the best thing that could happen. We chose such a wonderful man for your happiness, Paige.
I didn't ask for this. Plus, I'm still in high school. I can't get married.
Well, that's true.
Oh, maybe this guy has some sense after all.
It'd be unfair for you to have to change your name while still in school. Let's wait until you graduate before we become husband and wife.
No way! Our lives depend on you, Paige.
You're so beautiful, Paige.
This guy is seriously into this.
You have no right to refuse. If you marry me, I'll make sure you graduate high school, have plenty to eat, and never have to work part-time again.
Wait, you're kidding me, right? Ugh.
Nice to meet you, Paige.
I'm doomed. My life is over. I don't remember much of what happened after that. I packed up my few belongings in a matter of minutes and left home, only to be ushered into a luxury car with a chauffeur, headed straight to the man's house. Being a wealthy family, of course, his home was a sprawling mansion, so massive it didn't even fit in my line of sight.
Starting today, you're mine, Paige.
Ugh, no way.
I paid $87,000 to cover your parents' debt, so you'll do exactly as I say.
Ugh. Oh no.
First, you're never to contact your parents again.
Huh? Yes. Oh, well, actually, that's a relief. I didn't feel any love for my parents anyway. Even if someone told me to save them, I wouldn't want to. How dare they sell me off to pay their debt?
Second, you'll attend the university I choose for you.
Wait, I can go to university?
Of course. You're going to be part of my family now, after all.
Oh, yes, thank you. So that's how it was. A prestigious family like his must care about things like education and status. As much as I hated the situation, I couldn't help feeling a tiny bit happy about getting the chance to go to university. But then Sam told me the name of the school, and it turned out to be an ultra-competitive university. A few months later, today is the day of my university entrance exam results. I'm scheduled to check the results with Sam. Actually, I don't live with Sam. He insisted we not live together until we're married, so I've been enjoying a carefree life in his mansion. It's been a while since I last saw him.
Long time no see, Paige.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well then, shall we check the results?
Okay. Then the results were available online. There it is! Unbelievably, I had passed the entrance exam for the highly competitive university. What? I actually pulled it off? Starting this spring, I'll finally get to live the college life I've dreamed of.
If you'd failed, I wouldn't have been able to welcome you into my family.
What? So if I hadn't passed, there wouldn't have been any talk of marriage? Did I just put in all that effort for nothing?
Well then, let me explain the plan from here on out.
Okay.
First is
Huh?
and then the
What? Sam's plan was completely unexpected. It made me wonder if maybe my life wasn't completely doomed after all. Fast forward to graduation day, the day that would change my destiny. Today is my high school graduation ceremony. After the ceremony, I returned to the mansion, only to find Sam waiting with my parents. Apparently, my father had begged Sam to let him see me, so I had no choice but to meet them.
Congratulations, Paige. Wow, you've been living in a mansion like this?
This place is insane! Hey, can we move in too? We're in a tough spot since we got notice to leave the apartment.
My parents, who I hadn't seen in a while, didn't seem interested in me at all. They were completely mesmerized by the mansion.
So, when's the wedding?
Paige is finally joining a rich family, huh? Looks like we're set for life.
They were way too hyped up. But I wonder how long that enthusiasm will last.
Oh, I have no intention of marrying Paige. What? Then what about our debt and living expenses?
Yeah, we can't survive without Paige taking care of us.
I believe I already took care of your debts, didn't I? Do you know how many months it's been since then? Of course we've racked up new debts!
That's not something to brag about, though. Apparently, my parents had actually taken on new debt, planning to have it covered once I became Sam's wife.
That's enough. Paige, starting tomorrow, you're going to work hard and pay it all back.
Huh? You've got to be kidding, right?
What? Paige is already set to attend university. She won't be able to work until she graduates.
Exactly. Any debt you've created is yours to handle.
What kind of nonsense is this?
That's right, we can't afford to send Paige to university.
Oh, I'm well aware. That's why I'll be covering her tuition and living expenses. Paige will need to focus solely on her studies for the time being. Wait, Sam, you're paying for it? But you said you weren't going to marry her! That's true. I don't plan to marry Paige. However, I genuinely want to support her. I'm happy to spend whatever it takes to ensure her success.
Really?
That's a relief.
Oh my, why did they look so relieved?
In that case, Sam, why don't you go ahead and pay off our debt too?
Right, and starting tomorrow, we'll all be living here as well. As Paige's mother, I'll make sure to support her so she can focus on her studies.
What nerve! Someone needs to teach them that life isn't that easy. Support? You've never supported me before, so how exactly do you plan to help now?
Oh, well, by cooking meals.
Oh, no need. We have a chef for that.
Then, I could help with the laundry.
No worries there either. We have a dry cleaning service under our family's company, and Paige's laundry is handled by a dedicated professional. Please refrain from interfering.
Oh, well, there's always cleaning. I could keep everything spotless every day.
Then Russell, the cleaning lady, arrived and started mopping around my parents, which made them go silent.
We're family. Family should be together.
Yes, that's right. We'll be a source of comfort for Paige.
Comfort? More like shameful. You, parents who are willing to give away your daughter to some rich heir just to settle a debt, are suddenly talking about family being together? Don't make me laugh.
That's because we had no choice but to pay off the debt.
That's right, Paige. We didn't want to let go of you. You're precious to us.
Precious Paige, huh? You couldn't even pay off $58,400 worth of debt with both of you working properly. You didn't even try to work. You just handed me over quickly.
Well, that was because the person we owed money to was scary. Even if we worked hard, we couldn't have paid it off.
Exactly. The debt kept growing no matter how small the loan was. We had no choice but to borrow money to survive. We reluctantly let go of you, but it was all for your sake.
If we weren't struggling with money, we could have been a decent family. We had to move out of our apartment, so we have no choice but to live here and rely on Sam.
Sam, if you want to protect Paige, you have an obligation to help us, her parents.
Shut up, you pepperhead. Stop blabbering nonsense.
Pepperheads?
You were helped once, but instead of improving, you've gone and accumulated more debt. What a bunch of idiots. If you really cared about me, when you miraculously got out of the negative, you should have reflected and worked your butts off. That's what real parents would do.
But since we have someone helping us, there's no point in working, right?
Exactly. We hate wasting time.
Oh, really? Then why are you wasting your time stuffing yourselves with unnecessary fat and living aimlessly?
I also hate waste. Oh, as expected from the young master. We get along well. I'll gladly spend my time and wealth on what's truly necessary. But cutting out the unnecessary things is just natural, right? Exactly. That's why I won't waste a single penny on you two. What? You're not giving us even a single penny?
Of course not.
Huh? But aren't you going to pay off our debt?
There's no way I'm doing that.
Yeah, because that would be a waste.
You really said it.
Huh? But you're paying for Paige's university fees, right?
Yes, because that's not a waste. Paige is very talented. By supporting her, she'll have the opportunity to learn and make great strides. Eventually, I plan to have her join the family at my company. What?
They're shocked. They are shocked. I was shocked, too. After the acceptance announcement, when I heard about the plan to have me join the family of the company Sam is running, I was stunned.
I've heard about Paige's exceptional abilities, and I also know that her parents are terrible, to the point where her high school education was at risk. I heard they've been exploiting their hard-working daughter by making her work part-time every day to steal her money. I just couldn't stand by. I'd pay $58,400, or even $5.5 million for Paige. But there's not a single yen of value in giving anything to you two.
Well, I don't know who you think you are, but that's rude. Fine, Paige will help us, won't you?
Give us some of the living expenses from Sam! We don't even have rice to eat tomorrow!
That sounds so fake.
At least let us stay here. Paige, you'll be lonely without us, won't you?
Lonely? You really do have balloons in your head, don't you?
Huh?
I can see right through your plan. You want to move in here and use my living expenses for your debt repayment, don't you?
Nope.
No,
That's not
it.
I spent most of my high school years working part-time to pay for your living expenses and debt, and now you think I'd want to live with you again?
But you'd be lonely without us, right?
This is exactly why you're a straw head.
Huh?
Giving you money or spending time with you is all a waste. Ironically, since you're my parents, it's the one thing I want to eliminate. So, since you're a waste of time, I'm getting rid of you.
What did you say?
Paige, you're going to abandon your parents?
Yep. After all, I've been burdened with your debt. Who wouldn't abandon you?
Such a...
Ugh, if you're not going to help, I have other plans. I'll find out your university and tell everyone you abandoned your parents. You're heartless!
Huh?
That's not going to happen. What? Don't underestimate me! If I tell the university, Paige's reputation will drop like a rock!
Yeah.
If you don't want that, then pay off my $36,500 debt and send $3,650 a month for living expenses!
Yeah, you're smart.
Honestly, in a way, you are smart.
Paige, I think these people's brains are like the cardboard tube of a roll of plastic wrap. Huh?
My plastic wrap tube. I was going to use it next. No.
What is all this talk about brains and nonsense?
Guess you wouldn't understand since your head's empty. Well, I wouldn't say that, though. Go ahead and tell my university if you want. I'm not sure it'll do much, though.
Ha! You think I can't figure out where your university is? I'm your father! I can track down your whereabouts however I want! You won't get away!
Well, those donut brain comments. I'm not hiding anything, so do whatever you want.
Fine. What's the name of the university?
Harvard University.
Huh?
Harvard University. It's an American university.
I know that. There's no way you could go there! Don't say such nonsense! Don't be like that. Paige is brilliant, you know. Harvard's a piece of cake for her.
He was made to study like crazy for a short time, though. If you think it's a lie, why don't you contact Harvard? Although I doubt they'll understand your language.
Huh? So Paige is going to America? You're not going to live here?
She'll be flying to the US on an evening flight, so I plan to rent this place out to someone else. If you want to stay here, I won't be inviting you. You two tried to threaten your own daughter, after all. We weren't threatening anyone! I won't let you say you weren't. You even asked me for money, right? That's a clear case of extortion. I'll have to tell my lawyer.
That's over the top.
Sam, don't worry. I've got proof of the conversation recorded.
You recorded it? Of course. Paige is amazing, isn't she?
Not only will you not be paying off the debt, but it's only going to increase, it seems.
That's not possible.
Well then, enough with this pointless time. Let's start preparing for a bright future.
Huh? Paige!
You abandoning us? Paige!
In the end, my parents were escorted out by strong bodyguards. After that, they were evicted from their apartment, unable to pay off their debts, and ended up running away together. But of course, they couldn't escape for long and were soon caught by scary people. Now it seems they're being forced to work in a harsh labor environment. Well, now I'm enjoying my college life.
It's almost time to graduate, Paige. I'm looking forward to what comes after.
I'm a little nervous about being able to meet your expectations, but I'll do my best.
Don't worry. I chose you for a reason. But if you don't want to join my corporate group's family, you can always do something else.
Huh?
Well, with my appearance, I thought you might not want to work with me.
That's not true. Actually, I feel a sense of familiarity with you, Sam.
Huh? In what way?
Your unique way of laughing. I also tend to laugh with a hi sound, so I don't mind the laugh.
Really?
Yes, at first I thought you were a little scary, though.
Hey, that's a bit harsh, isn't it?
For the rich heir who saved my future, I'll make sure to work hard. No, I mean...
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next?